Jonathan Taylor, the newest Indianapolis Colt, the team moving up to 41 to grab you there. What excites you most about seeing the team make a jump up to secure you and get you as part of the horseshoe?
It's really exciting just because you know that there's a certain itch, a certain feeling that they have that their guy might not be there. So they have to do whatever's possible in order to get up to that slot. So you know that they really think you could be successful in that organization, which is awesome because they're excited to have you. You're excited to work. So it's kind of a match made in heaven.
Speaking of excitement, what an exciting time for you. Just take me through the last 24 hours, the anticipation of awaiting that call from Chris Ballard, from Coach Reich, and the Indianapolis Colts.
I mean, it's something that you try to prepare for, and I know a lot of guys do, but it's something that you really can't until it happens to you. Once it actually happens to you, then you finally realize that it's happening and you're just in the moment. So I think for guys who are coming up in this situation next year, don't try to prepare for it, just let it happen.
When it did happen and you saw it was the Colts on the opposite end of the line, what was your immediate reaction? What was that conversation like for you?
Well, immediately, it's funny because I had lost a call, or I had the party in my basement, and I guess the signal wasn't as strong in the basement, so I lost a call. I called back, and it's like an office, so you have to call the extension. I didn't know the extension, so all I could do was sit there and hopefully that they called back. But it was definitely an exciting feeling, and once I picked up and started speaking with Coach, I mean, it's just an exciting feeling, and you know where you're going to end up, and then you start thinking about you can't wait to meet your teammates and get dive into the playbook.
Obviously, draft night looks a little bit different than what it typically would, just given the circumstances. Who do you have with you? Who are you able to have around you and certainly get to celebrate what is just such a monumental moment for you and your family?
Yeah, currently here with my closest family members, and I think the biggest thing is a lot of people had to pick and choose this year, who they would have. There's a ton of people you would love to have in this moment. You would share this moment with them in a heartbeat, but due to the circumstances, you had to just choose your closest family members, and we're going to sit there and enjoy this.
You ran the fastest 40 of any running back at the combine in Indianapolis. You ran a 4.39. Was that just an indication that Indy's a good place for you, some place where you can thrive and find success?
Yeah, I think it was definitely crazy that kind of happened. But the combine is definitely a time where you prepare for 8 weeks and you want to make sure you put your best foot forward. And me having a track background, I definitely wanted to make sure. And 40, I put my best foot forward.
In the time that you had at the combine, what were your conversations like with Indianapolis? Did you have an indication that there was going to be some strong interest?
So you really get a strong indication, especially kudos to my agent for really telling me the ins and out. The questions that I got from the Colts were really just kind of questions to reassure things that they already knew. It wasn't a lot of, background questions or things that a lot of other people would ask that are really trying to get to know you, almost as if they already knew everything about me that they needed to know.
That heavy workload that you carried for the Badgers in your seasons there, that durability, that reliability that you were able to have, how much does that translate to the NFL and prepare you to play at the next level?
I think it prepares me really well. I mean, at the University of Wisconsin, the coaches, the schemes that we ran are similar to pro schemes. So they definitely prepared us on the mental aspect. And as far as the workload, I've definitely always taken care of my body. That's something I took pride in. And that's what I hear about from a lot of vets is, number one, take care of your body. So I think that'll be a seamless transition for me as far as taking care of my body.
The standard for running backs at Wisconsin, very high. In your career, you're battling up the record books, beating out guys like Melvin Gordon, chasing the Ron Danes of the University of Wisconsin. What did you learn about yourself having such a high standard to play to and achieving that level of success?
I really learned that the human body, the human mind can do a lot if they stick to it and they believe enough. And that's something that I tell a lot of the younger guys, whether it's recruits after a game, I tell them that you'll have an opportunity and that's all you need. It's all about what you do with that opportunity. So, and I always tell guys, don't try to look for the easy way out. Just look for that one opportunity.
You're originally from New Jersey. There's another New Jersey guy on that offensive line in Quentin Nelson, part of a very well established Colts offensive line that you're going to play with. You know the investment that the Colts have in the run game. What excites you most about joining this team, given the assets that you're going to be playing around?
I think it just excites me most because the culture there is similar to the culture at the University of Wisconsin. So it's kind of going to be a seamless transition for me. The mindset that the Indianapolis Colts have is the same mindset that Wisconsin has. We want to take pride in dominating the line of scrimmage up front.
That mindset instilled from a fellow Badger and Chris Ballard, the Colts general manager. What do you know is the level of expectation when your boss is going to be a University of Wisconsin guy in terms of that work ethic that you're going to have instilled and put in every day?
It just makes it that much more sweet because you know the level of expectation and you're ready to meet and exceed that level of expectation. So you're willing to do whatever it takes, put in however amount of hours of work it is to make sure you do so.
Jonathan, thanks so much for taking the time. Congratulations. Excited to have you as part of the Horseshoe. Welcome to Indianapolis.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.